Mahila, welcome, welcome. We have this here. Okay. We have this here. Unite with the ice machine hug. Fury of ice both ways. So, um, we talking about Eve. Oh man. Well, what happened was Matt Damon doesn't like Jimmy Kimmel because um he's all about the one that killed Paul Walker. And he wanted to have Paul Walker as a regular on his show. That's what Jimmy Kimmel was going to do for Paul Walker. And it was going to be like a funny thing they had going. So, um, like, it just went down the way it went down. You know it. And Matt Damon is that his name means the new, like, he replaces the Judas. It doesn't mean new Judas, it means replace Judas. Okay? So that's what he's talking about, Matt Damon. So when you see him in a movie that's portraying a weird type of system of deception where you got some real evil going on that everyone's in on, then you need to pay attention to that because Matt Damon, like, he's all about grace and mercy at his core. So, when you talking about Eve in Saving Private Ryan, what you're saying is that the ones that is the K Ni Fee, which is the BHB John the Baptist character in the Penn Sun, and that they were both going to be in Cali and that California, and that they were going to have a relationship with the one who is Robert Shaw, and that they were going to have a relationship through swimming. Tyr and John the Baptist were okay, and so it says both of them with Rahab, so it means Eve. It means the Z was with Eve, was gonna be with her, but he wasn't because of me. You see it. You see how that works. Eve, when she's in the news, she'll put in there Air Force or Z or something. She does that because she has EA of when I stop that, and that's where you get the on top of the climbing on top and all that. Like because he like that's what that was in the bed. Like he would try to wrestle and stuff like that, like I would with Hastings, but he wouldn't do it how it's supposed to be done. And that's what they were doing in Lindsey Wilson. They were doing it the way that Z was doing it with the wrestle. And I don't like that. I like to do it when it's real, when it means something real. Like you have to get out of the situation, or like or your girl is on the line. That's how I wrestle. And that's how I am in the spirit too. So when you talking about all they writings got messed up, all of them got messed up, then they show that because the writings were killed. That's what happened with Eve. And the way that Matt Damon talks about it in the barn is not how it went down. It was more like just me and her, and it wasn't funny like that. Like she was my girl. Like So, um, yeah, that's what's up. And that was the Matt Damon and all that. Like, it's nothing to worry about. Okay, that's what that was. And like, it's not my fault. And when they writings get messed up like that, they can either do more writings and do the Zebulon, or they don't do as much work. They don't do as much work, but they can if they do more Issachar or Fear Factor stuff. And a lot of them have done that. Okay, and a lot of them, they had more writings than just me. Like, come on now, they had more. Like, if they had a vision, okay, in their bed or at In and Out Burger, and they saw that somebody who's young would like get with this girl that went to Clay's Mill, and she's really hot, and like she loves movies but not scary movies. And they saw that at In and Out Burgers when they were eating their meal and had the vision. Okay, if that was the only vision that they ever saw, then you would never see them in a movie again. But a lot of them, they had multiple writings, so it's okay. Unite with the ice machine, Hook, and fury of ice both ways. Unite with the ice machine, Hook, and fury of ice both ways. Unite with the ice machine, Hook, and fury of ice both ways. Unite with the ice machine, Hook, and fury of ice both ways. Unite with the ice machine, Hook, and fury of ice both ways. Yeah. So when Eve is in the news, like, she'll look like it's Megan, or it's Liz, or it's Rahab. And you got to know that she's like really into making me remember. That's what she's into. And like, she'll talk about witness. Like, she'll talk about that before Quisenberry, but which is before the fray, that we did a 3-year ministry, like, as witnesses, which is the Lil Wayne JFK Jr., and that we had writings off that, and that, like, the Tammuz was that they reversed, they rewound the big event that happened when JFK Jr. died. And it was like there were sharks, like they knew all about it, and also that there was an event in the news, like a explosion or something, all on the same day. That's Tammuz. Okay, that's Tammuz. And like, why did it not go down? Like, um because it was witnesses. That's why. Because they say come up here. They say come up here at the end of that. And the witnesses are killed and then raised. I was raised with Pectus carinatum and I graduated from Clay's Mill. That was my raising up. Eve, she got out without going to the clones. She didn't become a clone, so that's how she got out. And she moved. She moved cities. Like her parents were very serious about getting her out of there, so they got her out. And so that was us coming up there, and they're killed and raised. Okay, they're not like martyrs who they have to be killed as they were, or they're not fleeing on a horse, or they're not sealed. They're killed and raised. So that's what happened to us. It was me and Eve were both the Jumanji Christmas witnesses, and she loved me. Okay. Now I can't remember her to know if I loved her, but I believe that I did. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this off. Thank you. Next meal is Hooters. In like 2 days from now, it's one day. If you count midnight tonight, starting this video. But yeah, next meal is Hooters. So I gotta wait till then. Till then, it's nothing. So wanted to come on here though and tell you that yeah, I got like 10th in the mile at Oklahoma City, and what they rewound of that was that I had actually won my heat, and I won the final heat too. I was in the consolation, but the mile, the way they do it is that you can be in the consolation and still win even if you're not in the final. Okay, so if you don't verse the best, they can still do it that way. But like that was all you turned from. My brother was down cheering me on, and then my dad was up in the stands talking to Matt Neller's mom. So just take it as it is. But that's what happened at 2013 March. Okay, and I had my birthday after that, fake birthday 7711, and like I went to the coast, left my phone on the little ledge, and then this little Chinese boy picked it up. And then China has, what they are today. And that phone I use as my phone I do now, information, and I wasn't too savvy with it back then, but I still used it. So thank you.